Hi, I'm Tom Ziglar, CEO of the Zig Ziglar Corporation, and welcome to the Ziglar Leadership Academy. Today we're talking about coach leadership. Coaching is my passion. Coaching leaders is like one step above. Why? Because there's a legacy impact there. So if you're a coach and you're thinking, I'm not sure what kind of coaching you want to do, if you love coaching people of influence, equipping a leader to be more impactful in what they do in the right ways, that's a powerful thing to do. So let's talk about this. In coach leadership and in business today, let me share with you the number one challenge that business is facing today. So when I wrote the book, 10 Leadership Virtues for Disruptive Times, I did like 18 months of research while I was writing it, and I'm still doing it 5 years later. Book came out at the end of 21. It's just timely. It's based on today's needs of leadership. But I've continued to research it. Here is the number one challenge facing business today. And this is out of all, going to ChatGPT and saying, hey, what are the top 10 challenges facing business today? And they give you all kinds of stuff. They'll say supply chain and developing quality people and, creating a culture and being profitable and marketing and disruption is always happening. These are all things that are disruptors today. But here's the number one thing. I added all that up. See if you agree. The number one challenge facing business today is attracting, developing, and keeping top performers who then become coach leaders who attract, develop, and keep top performers. There we go. So I'll prove it to you. Can your business have too many top performers? No, our business thrives on any business does. The more top performers we have, the people who are excelling in their role, that's what makes us successful. And the challenge is we got to have top performers in sales and in support and operations and manufacturing and customer service. We got to have top performers everywhere. And so a leader and a business thrive when they understand how to attract top performers. Now, they might not be a top performer when they get there because they could be brand new to your business. They might not know your industry. It could be their first job, but they have the potential and the desire to become a top performer. Or maybe they have a potential to be a top performer, but the spark hasn't been lit yet. And so that's what a leader's job is, to light that spark so that that person not only has the potential, but they have the desire. And then once they become a top performer, we got to keep them. And then we want enough of them to raise their hand and say, I want to be a leader. I want to do this for other people. Because it's always better, like we talked about, it's always better to promote our leaders from within who know the culture, who live out our values and our virtues, who understand where we're going, who will do the right thing in the right way, right? Who live out these different things. So that's what a top performer does. And so if a top performer becomes a top performing leader, that's a home run. So how do we do that? We're going to get into that. So how do we attract, keep, and develop top performers? Well, we do it through coach leadership. Coach leadership. So ask yourself the question, do I have enough top performing leaders in my business? Or even better, am I a top performing leader who's developing top performing leaders? What we call coach leaders. Now, coaching is the methodology. And why is that so powerful? Because when you ask someone questions that allow them to see how they can take ownership of developing themselves and pursuing their dreams, that's when the fire gets lit. That's when the power really, really comes. All right, thank you so much for being a part of this lesson. We talked about the number one challenge businesses face, and the answer, the solution to that challenge is the coach leader. We're going to go into detail on that. If you liked what you heard, stay tuned for the next lesson. Share this, invite your friends, and start commenting. Be a part of the discussion. We'll see you next time.